Advertising is everywhere. Every way you look, you are being propositioned on how to look, what to wear, what to eat, what to drive. Virtually every aspect of your personal choice is controlled, and we expect this. Despite the amount of control advertising companies have over us, we are aware of the power we give them. We willingly follow what companies dub trendy or cool in the hopes of embodying these characteristics. But how much influence should companies have over our personal moral stances? When you reach to buy a product at the supermarket, the last thing you expect is to be confronted on your moral or political views. In a recent poll, individuals were asked whether or not companies should take a position on social issues, and the results were fairly even. 44% of people said that companies should stick to what they got into business for in the first place, to make money. On the other hand, 41% said that companies have a responsibility to make their communities a better place. But the public's reactions to major brands commenting on the issue of gay rights suggest otherwise. In large part, companies that have openly backed gay rights have only been heavily criticized by groups and people who do not share this opinion, and vice versa. For example, on June 25th, Oreo posted a picture of an Oreo cookie filled with rainbow-colored layers of frosting and the caption, "Proudly support love," to their Facebook page. Basil Malargas, a spokeswoman for Kraft Foods, clarified the ad. As a company, Kraft Foods has a proud history of celebrating diversity and inclusiveness. We feel the Oreo ad is a firm reflection of our values. This statement begs the question, can a company in the food service industry even have values to reflect? The amount of backlash the ad received suggests that a number of people, most expressing conservative values, think not. One Facebook response stated, "Guess what I'm boycotting now? Don't get political, Oreo." On the other hand, a vast majority of gay rights advocates praised the ad, saying it was a wonderful way of supporting the LGBT movement. Their responses commented on America's history of bigotry and likened it to the lack of governmental support that the LGBT community has received in the past, but hints at hope for the near future. Another liberal company that is known for being openly political is the designer ice cream brand Ben & Jerry's. In fact, there is an entire page on the Ben & Jerry's website devoted to promoting their political standpoints. With both of the founders hailing from Vermont, a historically blue state, and one of the few that has passed legislation in support of gay marriage, it is no wonder that they are advocates. When New York City passed legislation, Ben & Jerry's released a special edition flavor called Happily Ever After to show their enthusiasm. The company has received little to no backlash for the ice cream flavor because they are an established liberal brand. Ben & Jerry's states that their mission is to operate the company in a way that actively recognizes the central role that business plays in society, by initiating innovative ways to improve the quality of life locally, nationally, and internationally. What we can take away from these extremely different reactions, or lack thereof, is that when a company has openly supported a cause from the beginning, it is more acceptable to take daring marketing moves that had previously been neutral. However, when President and Chief Operating Officer of the Christian fast food chain Chick-Fil-A, Dan Cathy, said that the company was very much supportive of the family, the biblical definition of the family unit. "We are married to our first wives. We give thanks for that." The media and gay rights advocate groups had a field day. Much like everyone expected pro-liberal advertising from Ben & Jerry's, shouldn't everyone have guessed Chick-fil-A's conservative values? After all, the company has never made an effort to hide their religious preferences, even going as far to close their stores on Sundays. The fact that a simple comment by a religiously established company president causes much uproar as specially designed product speaks volumes. It went as far as civic leaders in Chicago and Boston saying they would not welcome Chick-fil-A to their cities. Chick-fil-A backtracked after these responses by releasing a statement that said, "The Chick-fil-A culture and 66-year service tradition in our locally owned and operated restaurants is to treat every person with honor, dignity, and respect, regardless of their beliefs, race, creed, sexual orientation, or gender." The company has also stated that its intent is not to support political or social agendas. These are just a few examples of huge American brands that have taken a position on gay marriage. Others that have opened themselves to the gains or losses include Apple, Google, Starbucks, Nike, and General Mills. Even Lloyd Blankfein, CEO of Goldman Sachs, voiced his stance on the issue, saying that America's corporations learned long ago that equality is just good business, and it's the right thing to do. But, in contrast, despite the amount of negative responses Chick-fil-A received, their 2011 sales were $4.1 billion, a 13.0% increase over 2010's figures, and same-store sales increased 7% according to Chick-fil-A. So, was this a public relations blunder or smart marketing? It has been proven that any kind of attention, whether it be positive or negative, overall is good for business because it promotes brand awareness. The bottom line is yes, establishing a position on gay rights technically does produce more revenue by drawing more attention to the brand. This does not necessarily mean that they should, though. It promotes rash and hateful reactions that divide the country even further. If a company wants to support a cause, they should choose something that is generally agreed upon. Whether a company as a whole supports gay marriage equality or not, the issue has no place in business. At the end of the day, companies are here to provide a service, and someone who supports gay marriage equality can enjoy a chicken sandwich just as much as someone who does not. In conclusion, despite the results of the survey, people only seem to protest companies supporting or negating gay marriage when it contrasts with their own personal beliefs. It is a double standard that should not be supported. Companies should stick to what they are there for, producing products.